I'm a Granny Smith.
The sweet
Thank
Gala?
I love me a Fuji.
Yeah, the Fujis are good.
Tart is my shit.
Don't talk about
Art
Katie like that.
is better for brewing.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. Food Wars?
You've never done it, Ryan. Go ahead, keep going.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. We are a podcast that is currently playing 5e D&D, if that's your, gets your rocks off. And yeah,
I don't think it gets my
welcome
rocks
back.
off.
I'm Ryan. I play number 9. Jay is here. He is our lovely DM.
Hi.
Jeffrey's a fishy boy. Adaru is Mitch. And Katie's here.
Wow.
Hi.
As Evalina Chopin. We're back. And
I'm the only
let's
one
do
that
this
gets a
shit.
name.
Last time on Torchlit Tavern. Blackpowder.
I don't hate it. Here we go.
Let the man Stug set us up.
All right.
I'm stugging.
Weave.
I have a long sword of warning.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So I should be able to be like, hit the deck.
You're gonna,
You know?
you're gonna
Save
retcon
his
what
life.
I don't.
I'm gonna
but I-
retcon what you said.
Evalina, I understand you have turned coat. It seems that you have supplemented your poor qualities with good magic items. I guess even an old dog can learn new tricks.
You're 3 months older than me.
You red-robed piece of shit. Yeah, so you watch him pull out it just drops his rifle, pulls out his pistols. You see one pistol shot just goes way wide. The other one, though, you see as List goes away, you watch his fucking cloak get ripped and more blood splouts out of him. Got him.
Love him, Boggy.
Because that one shot, despite it only doing half as much damage as a rifle, you watch as he rolls a 2 for his con save, as he falls out of the air.
Yes, fall damage.
You watch him quickly whip out a feather from his robe, and it just disappears, and he gently falls to the ground because he has the spell Featherfall. I regret to do this to one such as you. You are only a tool in the hands of your users. As he brings the glaive down, twice, hard, on 9. I told you, I did not recommend you ignore me.
Bye, Risk. I'm glad that I was your friend.
Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Fuck yeah.
I can't believe
Just
you got
enough. It's just enough.
Yeah, I can't either, man.
So I realize that 9's not getting up, and I've grown really close and fond of 9. So in a panic, I rush forward, slip, and slide the rest of the way, and I pump all of my lay on hands into 9. All 20
shit.
health, even though I'm very close to death too. Saint Dynak, please protect us. He cannot move. Disengage, and we walk out of here alive. I cast Spare the Dying on Lidst.
Leave him for the Feywild to take care of.
Evalina, what should we do?
Before I met you all, I would have said we should kill him.
Yes.
But like you, he is another victim of the primacy.
I would kill him, but as Finnboggy said, he dies and then the demon comes out. So,
I am not leaving him here.
Fine.
That is not optional.
Fine. We bring him home to Bree.
The city of Bree is an old one. The roads have been paved over more times than anyone can count. As you cross over from the countryside and the sun-pitted cobblestones that take you past the outskirts of the capital, you turn around one final hill, and there before you is a grand city made of painted granite and clay brick, a fortress castle standing in the center, with the rest of the city spilling out from it towards the river like a pile of discarded blocks. The walls do not appear high from far away, but they do look strong. You can't help but feel like Bree was not long ago part of an older world. Off across the eastern hills, you see farmland for miles, and you see distant forts testifying to the military powers of Bree and the war against Valeria that predates the primacy by 100 years. You guys have been back in the material plane. This hill could have been just after you came out of the toadstool ring, basically, the portal. But long story short, you guys are showing up in what is very obviously the country of Bree. Evalina recognizes her home. Reyes, you were here only a few weeks back. This area is very familiar to you. It was the last mission you did for Darbin before you went under Vivaldi's employ. 9 and Adaru, you're not as familiar with this area, but this is where you are. This is where we're beginning. And you guys have a dude who's unconscious and tied up. Who's carrying them? Just for my quick understanding.
Reyes carried him through the portal, but as soon as we got to the other side of the portal, Reyes dropped him, took a weird stance, and stood there for an hour.
Are you okay?
Yes, focusing.
On?
We have to attune to this thing. We're back on the
Right now?
in the right place. Yes.
How long do you need?
I don't know, like an hour.
Finnboggy looks over and he looks at Adaro and he goes, do you think we need that again? He's pointing at the toadstool ring.
Oh, maybe? I don't know. I didn't need it the last time.
They were waiting at it. Like, on the other Fuck it. He just runs and starts kicking over toadstools. He just fucks that ring up.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll pick up him.
Adaru. Hang on. Roll me an roll me a something. This is Adaru's just start picking mushrooms. Frantically picking mushrooms.
Okay. Why do I need to roll?
Because as soon as Fimbagi starts stomping on mushrooms, Adaru panics and starts picking mushrooms.
What, so you're in competition with him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's 9.
Yeah, he kicks over way more mushrooms than you pick.
God damn it.
He got like a 20, I think, all told.
Yeah,
I don't know what his stats are off the top.
That's rough. Don't matter. I didn't look either. That man is proficient at destroying mushrooms.
Yeah, so,
I think it would be of good note to rest for a while before we enter this town, though. Many of us are unwell, and we don't be knowing what be waiting for us.
Evalina, you know that you're still several hours away, and it's evening. You don't know that you'd get there today, and you guys are, haven't rested in a while, so...
Ryan, ding me.
Why?
What?
How on
Now?
earth?
Fuck it, ding him. Fucking ding him.
Just get it out of the
Let's
way.
get it out of the way. Mitch's random fact. Ow!
The fortress in the center of a town center, or castle is called a keep.
What?
That's...
That no.
Well, I wasn't going to interrupt the intro.
No. That one's not going in. People know that. People don't need that one.
Jay got it wrong in the intro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I why?
And I
finish the knowledge. Why is it called a keep? Why is it different?
I don't fucking know. It's just what it's named. It's the anatomy of a fortification.
Yeah, that's not enough for me. That one's
It
not
being
going
in the center of a city makes it a keep.
Yes, the castle is the entire structure with walls enclosing all. The castle is the entire structure with the walls and township inside, and in the cases of an external township, the township just outside of the walls, which is usually used to support the castle outside of times of war. Then, during times of war, the township is pulled inside of the walls as much as possible, and the keep is used as the primary fortification for whatever king or ruling body is there, as well as the most important people of the township. It's also where the lord and lady would reside, and where their children would receive everything from church to education services.
Okay, it can stay.
Kind of sounds like he read it, though.
But I didn't.
I know.
That's the crazy thing about
I'm just
listening
a
to Mitch's
loser.
random facts.
Here's Jay's random fact about his friend Mitch. Mitch used to read the encyclopedia for fun.
I had a whole set. It was great.
Gross.
Yep. Yeah, so Evalina, you
Hoardings.
know...
That's a thing.
Britannica?
Not important anymore. Evalina, you know how far away you are. You know that it's not, great to try to go and just get entry. You also know that getting entry, even as a inquisitor with a prisoner, is going to raise a lot of questions. Particularly if that prisoner is also
Is an inquisitor.
an inquisitor.
Well, Reyes needs to stand here for an hour, so... Imp?
Looking at Reyes, he is on 1 foot with one set of arms up and one set of arms down. And he's just perfectly still balanced there.
I'm gonna push him.
Jay, I remember... Damn it! I was just saying, I remember my training. Well, I remember his training. I push him. Neither of the day, we both push him.
Roll a dexterity check.
I was just about to. Check
Yeah.
or save?
Save. You're right.
Save.
You know what I meant. Why are you asking?
15.
15? I guess I do need an advantage. Who's leading the push?
12 plus 3.
15.
Yeah.
Reyes' butt hits the dirt. There's a flash in Reyes' mind, and he hears a familiar voice.
There you are.
Rock,
Yes, Reyes.
are you nearby?
No, I'm having an amazing time in Santos. But I'm about done. I'll come visit. I need to thank you.
Okay.
Is he speaking out loud, or is this in his mind?
Reyes can say, I don't know, it's up to Jeff.
I think just out of pure shock, he was probably, because he didn't expect to be fucking talked to in his head. He's probably talking out loud, but it's the most 1,000-yard stare you've ever seen him have. And his skin is definitely yellow S shapes.
Who the fuck are you talking to? Who is he talking to?
Reyes? Your well, friend?
Whatever connection there was is gone.
After like 30 seconds of sitting there, he kind of looks around real quick and he grabs the amulet and he goes back to standing and he goes,
Let me finish.
He's possessed too.
And then he pulls out his sword.
This is news to me.
Just glares at the sword.
Oh, there, you made it back.
Are you speaking with the fish?
What?
Are you speaking with this fishman here? Reyes?
No, I cannot communicate with anyone but you.
Aye. Reyes? Your well, friend?
I'm glad to hear you're back.
Thank you for your assist with the travels, but I think my friend here may be haunted.
You know, Adaru is talking to the sword. I don't know who Reyes is talking to.
So we have one that is possessed, two, including me. We have one crazy, absolute loco, alright? We have a machine. We have an old broken man.
Yeah.
And we have a prisoner.
Who is also possessed. You wanted it.
You can us.
I suggested to leave it dead.
Welcome to the team.
9. Do you be knowing who Reyes was talking with? It's not my sword.
No. This is, new to me too. Reyes, are you okay?
Reyes stands there trying to attune to this thing, because as Jay has said, he can't do much while attuning.
All right, yeah, I know what he's doing. He wants to use his little doohickey I got him. He wants to be incognito. Let's walk away from him. He's going to be an hour. Let's talk about our next step.
So are you still on the floor then?
No. I stood back up.
Are we not going to rest then?
He needs an hour. We'll get a short one now. We'll get out of here as soon as... He's being overly cautious, but seeing as the moment he got here something seems to happen, maybe he knows best.
Okay, well... Can I, pick him up and move him or something? Will I interrupt it?
I don't know. Depends on how good he is at focusing, I suppose.
Okay, then maybe we should just camp here.
Yeah, Reyes is... I sit there breathing deeply to try to get my focus back.
Bogey, what are you so worried about the mushroom circle? Because the Inquisitor folk, yes?
If he destroyed the circle, no one should be able to use it to come back from the Feywild route.
And Finnboggy just looks at you and he's like, I don't know. Seemed like covering my ass. I don't know enough, so I just broke it.
I suppose it makes sense. That's how we deal with the primacy, and it seems to work all right.
Yep. Magic circle, break circle, magic no work, right? That's universal.
Aye.
They knew where we were going out. However they did that. He looks over at Evalina.
I don't know why you are blaming me.
I don't blame you.
I do
it
not
just
even
doesn't
have a uniform.
We're questioning how you found us.
How I found you?
And your friend.
I do not know how he found us. But I do know how I found you. And it was by following your trail from Freehold. That was the name of the town. Freehill, yes.
But how did you find us in the Feywild? You didn't come back across any path we'd taken.
That was wandering around the forest and luck.
I will need deception and insight on that statement.
Well, the last part was luck.
Yeah. And Deus Ex.
Nine rolled a nat 1 on insight.
Perfect. Tracks.
I believe
sweet
it.
deal. I add. Thank God I add to that. That's going to be a flat 10.
18.
Reyes isn't paying attention. I'm not going to bother rolling.
Making me roll against Katie is just unfair.
I have great rules. I also tried really hard not to lie in that, but there's only a small amount of deception, right? Because I did follow your trail from Freehill.
Yeah, but there is a little bit more to finding them in the Feywild that you're not saying, and that's probably why the fact that you said so little is probably why nobody sees anything wrong with it.
I know what the lie there was trying to pick up was because I've listened to the episode. And what of your friend here? He couldn't have simply found us by luck, because he had an entire trap set up at our point of exit, which we didn't even know until moments before we got there.
That is concerning to me as well. And as much as I understand why you would think that I had something to do with this, remember, I was the one that fell down. I was his target, not you.
Well, we've got some time. I'm sure he'll wake up eventually. We can ask him.
I don't seek to place blame, simply trying to cover gaps in our facade. That is
Well-
two inquisitors that found us within space of an hour is bad for what we are doing.
You guys just killed a very powerful member of the Primacy's operations. Well, he's not part of it. He's a big deal here in Bree. Every resource they have will be put toward you.
Do they have Feywild resources?
I don't know, but they do have extra planar ones. We know that. Devils are known for knowing things and trading for information. Wizards summon devils to get information from them. They always know something. We'll have to be very careful. Let Reyes Katoon do his thing.
I'll make camp.
It is almost torture to be so close to my bed and sleep on the floor.
You can use my bedroll if you're so sensitive that you need such things.
I do not need, only long.
I mean, we don't have to stay here. Okay, whatever. He goes and collects firewood.
And there just points at Reyes standing there motionless and then goes off to get stuff.
For an hour. Like, you give him an hour and then we go for a while. He's just collecting firewood but doing this argument.
I'm gonna guard Rask, I guess.
Every time Fimbagi says something about it, Reyes there just stops what he's doing, turns, does the two-handed point at Reyes, and then gets back to whatever he's doing. We're having the most passive-aggressive husband and wife-ish argument you could possibly have.
Yeah, unless anybody argues with it, you guys do make camp here next to the destroyed toadstool ring. An hour will go by. You can either take this as a moment to just eat, or we can do a long rest here. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, there were petitions for a long rest anyway. It's been too long since we've had
same.
one.
All right. Yeah, an hour goes by, and then Reyes, once he knows he's attuned, he looks at Nine and goes,
What are you doing?
We're setting up camp.
I only needed an hour.
Yeah,
Fimbagi hands you some bacon. An hour is all they needed to get too tired to move on. You know how it is. You sit down and that's it for the day.
it's also been days. We could have just not healed you, Fimbagi.
I'll take first watch, lest anyone be opposed to it, eh?
Feel free. Before we begin,
I'll take watch with you. We're gonna double up, because the last time you took first watch, we lost track of you. So,
We're also not in the
That
Feywild
counts.
anymore.
before we begin watch, I will answer the question asked. Do you remember?
and he looks and I look very specifically, pointedly, at Adaru and Nine.
Coca-Cola?
The monster?
They have reached out.
That's who you were talking to? What did they say?
They were having a good time in Santos.
That's nice.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
I look over at Evalina, I squint my eyes, and I go,
Yes, that is very much on purpose.
I will say this. Evalina absolutely knows that the Coca-Cola building
Yes,
was destroyed.
I remember seeing the
Evalina knows
Coca-Cola
that, because that
building.
would have been big news as an Inquisitor. That would have been, and them being tied to it would be, yeah.
Oh, so we're just not going to tell me.
Nay. Not
I
yet.
nod.
I cast Zone of Truth?
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Do I have to roll?
Sure, what's your save?
Yeah, what do I have to roll for that?
Yep.
Hold on. I just took it. I'm pretty excited about it.
I cast Zone of Truth.
It's a charisma save. 16.
Oh,
Fuck.
Charisma's a dump stat for 9.
Charisma's a dump stat for all of us.
No.
Adaru's your face. He's got a 13.
I rolled a 19 flat.
Oh, shit.
I rolled a
score.
nat 20.
Wow.
Fuck yeah. Fuck your zone of truth.
Yeah,
Fuck
sorry,
your Zone of
sorry
Truth.
you're excited about this thing, but apparently go fuck yourself.
Dirty 20.
Holy shit.
I look at Fimbagi.
What about Boggy?
I'm not... You when you look over at Fimbagi, the last thing he said was fucking seriously, and then he just crosses his arms and stares at you.
So what is the Coca-Cola monster?
Oh, I don't know.
That is true. He doesn't know.
A marketing campaign. You haven't heard.
I saw. I followed you in Santitas.
Cracker been your own monster of Cracker-Cola.
The fish has a good one for you there.
I walk away.
And Boggy, add 4 to your roll just in case.
Why?
Flash of genius.
The DC is 16?
Yep.
What he said.
Perfection.
Puts him 1 over.
You want to know what the monster of Cracker-Cola is, eh? It's the Primacy.
Fuck you guys. And
There are
I
bells.
load
Hey.
up.
Hey, if you wanted answers, maybe you shouldn't have started with a spell.
I didn't. You guys all made fun of me, and I don't need to take this. I start loading up my stuff.
Deru helps her pack.
Don't touch my stuff.
As you're packing up your stuff, one of the things you notice is that your compass that you're given is spinning wildly in every direction, just like your dad told you it would. Everything is like, it looks like it was searched through when you guys were in the Feywild by Grimm's people, but everything is there. And otherwise, yeah, I guess. Are you leaving them? Is that what this is? Are you storming off? What are you doing?
I'm storming off. I probably will come back, but this is too big of a hit to my pride to just stand there and take it.
Deru absolutely does not touch your things and just continues to very helpfully assist you.
How far do you storm off?
Probably I probably just go make my own camp, right out of sight.
With
in the
blackjack
wind.
and hookers.
Exactly.
Do you leave List in theirs?
As you pack up to storm off, Reyes picks him up and goes,
Don't forget your bag.
Come to me when you actually need help and want a partner. I'm gonna go start my own camp with blackjack and hookers.
Reyes, what is blackjack?
Card game.
But of course he knows hookers.
Daryl, what are hookers?
Well, lad.
tell her it's a card game.
Finn Boggy is watching her storm off and how this sort of went out, and he's kind of at first he's sitting there kind of smug that he didn't have, that whatever she just pulled didn't work. But then he's sitting there, he's like, okay, yeah, now as much as I really did enjoy that, you did just make the 2 Inquisitors. If you don't trust her, don't leave her with the other one. She's 1 healing spell away from an ally in the middle of the night. We can't leave that. Somebody go tell her it's okay to come back.
I'm half a mile away at my own camp. You can see the smoke from my second fire.
It's right there. There's 1 tree in between us.
I'd go seduce the asset myself, but she already doesn't like me. We all know that.
With a blue and black hexagonal pattern across my body,
Why would you seduce her?
I look at Finnboggy and go,
Yes, and my chances are great by comparison.
The Angerage is so weird, Vindoggy.
All right, we're getting caught up in words. Do it. She likes 9. Send 9.
Okay.
Yes, 9. I'll go fetch things for the fire.
Here. I'm gonna cast. Well, not cast. I'm just gonna summon 9.1 and 9.2.
Yay! It's been so long.
Okay. 9.2. Go with the Daru. You guys can, find stuff for camp. 9.1, you come with me. Okay.
what type of environment are we in right now?
Farmland and plains.
Basically, it mirrored the place where you guys had the fight, where the forest ended, and the sparse forest that is northern or southern Silesia that you guys traveled through before ends, and you guys are now in a hilly plain and farmland. Lots of wheat.
I'm gonna find the high point, go to the high point and look down on her camp. Because Finnboggy's right. We shouldn't be able to trust her. So I'll just watch. And I have a gun that can shoot at quite a long range. So
9, could you give me a quick perception check?
15.
Okay, so point 1, before we break the tree line and I go and talk to Evalina, you stay here and just watch, okay? Make sure nothing happens while we're talking. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you get to her camp. I mean, you guys made this.
I'm still waiting for things to happen after my perception
Nothing
check.
happened. You see nothing. You see nothing.
I assume I saw nothing. Okay, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
We're all on pins and needles waiting for that perception check.
You saw
You
nothing.
gotta
I'm
wait
sorry. You started a
15.
conversation. It was great. Yeah, I tell you, you get to camp.
I was saving you time. I was
No,
filling.
you get to camp. No, great. You got to camp. fill yourself right into that conversation.
Fantastic.
Evalina,
Yes, Nine.
you okay?
There is no reason for me not to be okay.
I mean, you left the group, so that seems not okay.
I have been honest, I have been open, and I have been helpful, and I do not want to be treated in such a manner.
I mean, we don't know everything about you,
And you don't know everything about each other either.
correct? I think we're allowed to have some things to ourselves, especially since we haven't actually figured them out yet.
On top of it, number 9, I'm about to take you into my home. That is where we were going next. And why would I take people into my home that are rude and unkind to me?
I mean, they have been that way from the beginning. I know. I can confirm that. But you offered to let us in anyway, which is a very nice thing of you, because they are not nice.
Rude.
Mitch's
Accurate.
face, Jeff just quietly shaking his head like, yes, that's true.
9 called me uncivilized.
We have gotten, I will say, they have gotten nicer, but, you know, they're not great. They're not perfect, but they're still my friends, and I would like to call you one of my friends as well.
I see you as a friend, Nine. You need to understand that what is ahead of us is a big task. And Aderu is very quick to join the task. You are quick to join the task. But the Reyes is not. And on top of it, he is rude and nasty.
Reyes?
I don't have an agenda to bring you in. This isn't why we're going there, and that's why I so quickly can leave your camp.
Reyes has been through a lot, and that doesn't excuse all of his behavior, but I understand.
When you allow a narcissist that leeway, you hurt yourself. I learned that from my friend Avon. I too am in therapy.
That is true, and I don't disagree with you, but I do, as mean and gruff as Reyes seems to be, or definitely is, either or, I trust him.
Do you trust Aderu?
I do. And
Do you
Finbon.
trust me?
Yes.
Then sit and make camp and pout with me. This is how us ladies do it.
Is that true? Oh,
There's no one to convince otherwise.
I want to let you guys know that this lovable moment is going to get more lovely because I have decided that it is your turn to win the cat lottery as a wild cat enters the campfire and just sort of like walks up and just within the firelight looking at whatever Evalina's got going on. You have been chosen. It's finally your turn to own a cat.
I'm with it. The wild cat lottery smiles upon me.
Yes.
I do feed it a little bit, and I regale 9 with stories of growing up. You know, like the funny ones.
It takes the food and curls up with the story. It's listening.
Yeah. I tell 9 the story of Inquisitor Lidst and part of why we hate each other. I
hope he wakes up during the story.
I braid her wires. She braids my hair. I also explain that I'm being petty and what petty means.
No, don't teach Ryan's character how to be petty.
No!
It was his first non-petty character.
The point is to not play myself, okay?
You don't have to be petty often, but, you know.
Add that arrow to your quiver and watch it be the only arrow
Listen,
used.
9, they were mean to me, so now I pout over here so they feel bad. Now that you're here with me, they think that you're taking my side, and then they have to think about it more, and then we don't have to listen to them, but we have our own fireplace, and it's better.
I see.
Hey, Mitch, I don't own cats. How do cats handle this sort of story time situation? Do they fuck it up at any point, or are they chill?
They pretty much just sit on you, and if you
chill.
don't give them enough attention, be in the way.
Considering there's a fire, they're close to the fire.
What?
Yeah.
Evalina tells you these stories, and they're only interrupted by the fact that the cat continuously keeps rubbing up on both of you, trying to make it the center of attention. Thank you. I need that help.
Yeah. That's basically it, yeah. Great, cool story, love it, but also me. And occasionally, the trap of the belly.
Yes.
Do you or don't you? The belly is offered, but is
it's
it?
a trap.
But is it for real?
Is there anything else you guys would like to talk about, or can we end our long rest and start the following
I
morning?
am going to reveal, or at least I'm going to call over 9.1 and just gesture that, like, you don't have to wait in the bushes anymore. You can come on over.
She's going to reveal Walker in a very seductive way.
This is 9.1. I had her watching just so that, like, in case anyone tries to come in and, bother us.
Well, now we have 2 little pets to play with.
Point 1, and the cat immediately square up.
Hey, Jen, your cat.
I take one of my hair ribbons and I put it around the cat.
The cat's hackles are all raised at point 1, and then the ribbon goes on, and it just sort of like, huh?
He's got a pretty ribbon now. I gotta decide what color it is.
Are we okay with this cat?
This is our new cat, yes.
It's fine. It's just being a cat. Do you not like cats? No.
It's got a pretty red ribbon.
It's okay.
Aw, that's so cute.
Well, I'll keep the cat away from you, okay? I know that they're kind of big, and you're small, and they'll probably try and hunt you.
They're about the same size, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair. From my little high spot, I'm going to look down at the camp and go,
We still doing shifts, because shifts should now include watching him.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I was going to take first shift with a Daru. And then, so get your rest. 2 of us already called it. They've got their own camp, right? Let them figure it out.
Just make sure you watch them during your shift. Yes. Come, point 2. We'll take second shift.
Hey, you square? And he points at where your brooch would be on him.
Yes, I believe so. I'm attuned at least.
All right. They know your name. They would know mine. They're gonna know her. Nobody knows Nine or Adaru, so we should be good there.
Hopefully, only time will tell. We don't know when we are right now. If what the fairy leaders are to be believed, we could be in an entirely different place and time.
Yeah, that'll be the next thing. Figure out what year is it? Yeah. It's actually terrifying.
with a look on my face that kind of resembles like a something to think about, right? Like a almost eyebrows raised. I look at Finboggy, I look down at him and I go,
For one as yourself, could be useful after hearing your story.
I've never heard a fairy story where somebody went through time and it was a good thing.
I shrug.
Might be able to save somebody's life if you could do that. Get some rest.
I nod.
Where the fuck did Adaru go? Get back here, you fucking bastard. Do your watch. I'm gonna watch how you watched, see how you fuck it up.
I am here. Let's say we give some cover for a while. And Adaru just reaches his hand up into the sky, and then actually doing like a pulling down motion, just brings fog down over their camp.
Oh shit. How big of a fog cloud is that?
It's a while, lasts an hour. 20 foot. Starts as a 20-foot radius.
Alright, so just your camp. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and click the button that Ryan already clicked, and you guys, as you guys are serenaded by the sound of commercials that have once again come back to your phones.
God damn it. Ding, 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 ding,
Ding,
ding,
ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
Doo-ba-doo! Hi. Welcome to Nine Phone. Here's a commercial for one of the many products you can find through the Nine Phone right now. Beep.
Today on Primacy News, it's me, Giuseppe Rojo, once again bringing sad tidings to our many viewers. Santos has, so soon after the tragic events at Coca-Cola, again been the site of a terrifying attack.
A Griffin Port envoy by the name of Alec Lacourt was assassinated by malevolent men bent against our beloved empire. It is believed that they are the same organized unit involved in the earlier destruction at the factory. It has been several days since the attack, and despite our probes into the government's knowledge, they have declined to give a statement. Suffice it to say, this does not bode well for any chance of peace with our foes to the north. Please say a prayer to the High Five for the men and women who must surely be crushed by our military might in the near future. Santos appears to be a hotspot these days, as reports also state several instances of Warforged units acting peculiarly. Automatons known as slotbots have become prone to trying to vacate the Golden Garter, sometimes forcefully. Several scuffles have gone down at the famous establishment, but so far no one has been hurt. Also, a rash of murders have plagued the city, as men and women have been found brutally slaughtered in their beds. The local police have declined to give any information, though one of our informants believes that every victim so far was a former employee of Coca-Cola. This, however, is unconfirmed. Truly upsetting. Our hearts go out to the victims in Santos.
Hey, how many dings happen over at her camp?
Just one. Nine's phone goes off a couple times, and that's actually weird, because it only goes off a couple times. You only missed a little bit, apparently.
How convenient.
Yeah. The next day, you guys break camp. The cat is gone. I'm sorry to say. It has wandered off. But you'll be able to spot it again, because it will be wearing a red ribbon, I'm sure.
Fucking cats.
The cat's gone!
An army.
It was point one. Point one killed the cat in the night.
Is that okay that the cat is gone?
I am
Yes.
saddened.
I feel better that the cat is gone.
Well, as long as point one is happy, I guess. and I stop, or like I take down the camp.
Yeah, nothing happens in the night. Everything's chill. Y'all sleep in a cold, foggy cloud for the first bit of the night, which sucks.
Yeah,
Everything's all wet.
Nine and
actually,
Evalina
I'm okay with
have a little bit, but yeah, actually, yeah.
Reyes
is down.
felt in like a long
it was
time.
so comfortable.
Oh my
It
god,
was so
The most
comfortable.
comfortable Reyes has
Damn.
been in years.
that is true. Yeah,
Can I get that cloud again?
Yo, if this makes him more like okay during the day, I'm okay with this. We should start doing this every night.
I'm gonna say on record that I think the person who will not like it will be Nine. I
Save
can't
a spell
imagine.
slot for Reyes' fog therapy.
Yep, just go ahead and cross that one off every day. Nine,
I'm resting.
you're gonna need to spend those 4 hours you get from your rest, buffing out all the rust that grows over the night. You guys wake up and Finboggy.
I've been up.
Yeah, you've
We
been
were
up.
on
You
our
had the
last
second
watch.
shift or whatever.
Yeah.
You wake Finboggy up. He's like, "All right, everything good? Anything? Did they wander off? Did we get killed by Inquisitors? No.
No killing, no wandering. It's not right, point two.
That's right. We're all alive. The cat left them.
Yes, 2 or 3 hours ago.
Back in the other camp, just before Evalina would wake up, she's dreaming. It's the first time you've actually gotten to sleep since leaving your father's side. And once again, you find yourself standing in front of this sort of black ball of dark energy in your mind.
I stare at it.
It's quite impressive how quickly you convinced all of them that you were on their side. You know, it's not too late. We can help each other.
I continue staring. I'm gonna let it talk to itself, or to me, but I don't think I have much to say, depending.
I've been watching you for a while. You don't know what they want.
Does he say who they are? Or do I know who he's referring to?
He's talking about your party. Like, you get the feeling he's talking about the people you're traveling with.
I do not even know what you want.
And yet you fight me. It sounds similar to the way they treated you last night, no?
I do not I do not think harsh words and what they do to you are the same.
Why?
Because what you seek is control. I never seek that.
What is it you seek then?
Can I choose to wake up? Can I roll to try to wake up at that moment?
Yeah, if you want to try to fight it, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
21. I get +7 to my wisdom saves.
So, the last time you spoke to this breaker of walls, you found it fairly easy to get away from them, even though it did cause you some psychic damage. I am going to need you to take 2d10 psychic damage, and you cannot wake up.
Now he's the breaker of balls.
That's going to be 12 psychic damage. Yeah, and you cannot wake up.
Little chosen one, you are part of something bigger. There are plans for you, and you only stall.
I just start praying to Saint Dynak. Loudly.
Someone is protecting you, and I promise you that it is not your paltry god. You better hope that you find out who it is before they do.
And this time, the they is definitely not your party. But you do wake up after that. You feel that, like, he had control over that interaction this time, and you wake up in a sweat.
I wake up in a sweat, and I go, oh, fuck.
Are you okay?
No.
What happened?
This possession is painful. It's what it is. It wouldn't let me go. But I am okay now.
I know you could not hack it, Evalina, says somebody bound in the middle of your camp.
Yeah, he woke up.
He had a choice to untie his hands or his mouth. He chose wisely.
I go, interesting. I'm sure your devil speaks for you.
What devil? What are you talking about? You have cracked.
You're an idiot, List. A goddamn fool. 9, will you go talk to the others? I'd like to have some good morning words for my friend here.
Sure.
As I walk by, I'm going to touch you on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds for 17 since you took psychic damage.
I go, thank you.
It's just so hungover.
So hungover. You gotta hydrate when you're doing demon stuff.
9 goes back to camp. 9.1 stays.
How touching. You've made new friends, traitor.
You know, you're a pawn, yes? My father sent me on this mission.
Yes. Seems we have things in common.
You are a plaything to the Primacy just as much as I am.
No, we both do what your father says. He told me that you would say anything. He told me that you needed to be caught.
And my father told me to kill you when you approached. You are still seen as a sniveling little child, desperate for Daddy Primacy's approval. My father's approval. Just because yours is dead does not mean you need to go and try to take mine.
I never knew my father, Evalina. He was some chosen bastard who never came around. We could have the same one.
That would make some of my dreams very inappropriate. Luckily for you...
So much confusion goes across his face.
There's a super loud crunch, and you can just see Adarius standing at the side of the bushes with .1, sharing a snack. Just watching this cheese may unfold.
You're a vessel for their devil, and nothing more.
You believe everything they tell you here, don't you?
I believe what the devil inside my head tells me, and that is that it exists.
You once again sort of see this, like, perplexed look on his face, like he doesn't understand what you're saying.
Listen, Litzt, Franz, I have decided not to kill you. You're welcome.
Can I kill
I don't need you dead.
It would be hard to come back to the loving arms of the Primacy should you kill me.
I have a use for you. I'm going to remove the devil from your head, so that I will learn to be able to how to remove mine. But with your newfound freedom, I bet you'll just go back to licking the boot that steps on you.
You're truly cracked, Evalina. Do give me an insight roll when he's talking to you this time, though.
I'm good at this. Not 20.
Fuck.
Fuck you.
You are good at it, I guess.
She has done that to me twice now.
God damn.
When you say that you can remove the devil from List, even though List is being calm and cool and acting like you're crazy, something in the back of his eye looks back at you with hope. you realize that whatever you are talking to is not fully Franz, but Franz is in there.
Yeah.
There is a fear that comes back to you through his eyes that flashes for a moment that you see.
I assure you, with your newfound freedom, you will see that licking the boot that oppresses you is unbecoming of a warrior of your skill. I will save you, Franz, if not just to save myself.
You see that, but then it goes away, and a smile goes over his face as you say that, and he just sort of looks up at you with this weird, devilish grin. So which boot would you prefer?
Mine.
This conversation's weirdly hot.
He stops talking. You pack him up like so much luggage with your stuff. Eventually, Nine shows up then to help you carry a full-grown man, and you guys get on your way to Bree.
What are we going to do when we get to Bree and we have a prisoner that is an inquisitor?
Well, I know I can get in easily with 9. I saw the light behind Franz's eyes, but he is fully taken over by the devil, so we can't convince him to help us now. Shut up. And I think each of you guys can be able to smuggle yourselves in and meet at the central point, yes?
I nod.
Where is the central point? Like the actual center, or?
Well, how many of you have been to Bree before?
I have.
There just gives you that slow blink.
Okay, Finnboggy?
You love her?
What?
Finnboggy.
When cats slow blink at you, it typically means they like you.
I got you. The confused one.
Finnboggy, do you think you can smuggle yourself in with a Deru?
I can get through. I've gotten through walls before. It's not that hard as long as nobody's really looking closely. Nobody looks at an old man who smells like wine.
Right. How about we meet near the churches? Yes, big, easy to find.
So you will be taking your inquisitor
Yes,
captive
and 9.
with you, and they aren't going to question you or stop you.
I will say I will have to knock him out first and untie him. And then I will say that he is a downed comrade.
You don't think that they'll make a note of that and it'll get back to someone?
No matter what, it'll get back to someone. Do you think you'd have a better idea?
I think that you could bury him. It'd be a better idea. It's not a problem we have to have.
If we can figure out how to relieve him of his devil, we can find out how to relieve me of mine.
It's not possible, lass.
It is. I can't believe that it's not, and you can't believe that I am not being under control right now, but I'm not. So clearly, impossible things happen all the time. Or what you think is impossible is stupid and wrong.
Look, I agree that if that's your plan, meeting at the church would be a great way to start it, 'cause somebody there should know, right? But you still gotta get him through the door. And, I mean, ideally, not have somebody look into it after.
I know who to go see once we get towards the churches. Getting in is the hard part. Maybe I just be honest. Tell him that he was... No, that won't work.
All right. As your GM, I'm going to reiterate kind of the rules for entering a city under Brian occupation, right?
Alright.
Everything is tracked, which means that if anybody looks into the fact that you guys showed up here, they can find that information. You either have to get fake IDs or have some sort of paperwork that would let you bypass that system, but they check everyone's ID essentially at the door. What you need to do is either find a way to get through without them checking your paperwork, or have clean paperwork to get through. Some of you have ways that you might be able to do that, but the added prisoner and stuff is what's making this fishy. Yes, Jeff?
I'm just confirmed. I was going to wait till you're done.
No, I don't know if I have more to add than that. That's kind of cut and dried how that...
Okay. I'm just confirming that I still have the new identity that was given to me by Finnboggy, so technically I have clean paperwork, correct?
You have clean paperwork, yes.
Yes. Okay. It's not a photo identification system, is it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
There's a description of you in the paperwork.
I have Charm Person. That spell is uselessly vague. Does that help here in any way at all?
It makes somebody treat you as a friendly, like a friend. You do things for your friends, yes. If you charm the gate guard, he might not run your paperwork, because that's the kind of corruption you do for a friend.
the idea was to charm Lidst and have him fucking cooperate.
You do have a time limit on charm, but yes, that would work.
Okay. That's what I wanted to ask, because, like, the wording is so vague. I didn't know if that was just
Does he
blowing a
need
spell
to be
slot for nothing.
in proximity, though?
Within 30 feet.
Not great.
1 hour.
I've been here before. There are multiple gates into the city.
Yeah, there's a few. You know what? Tell you what. 1 second.
So, Jay,
Yeah.
charm should work as far as the area knows?
Charm should work to make Liz treat you guys as friendly and do what you want him to do, yes.
Okay. I think I have a way that I can convince our new friend here to cooperate. But I am unsure if it will work, of course. I am new to the magics of the craft.
Well, anything's better than nothing.
I could charm our friend here.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything that can help with this.
Do we want to try this, or do we want to... I didn't know how to know if the spell has worked or not once I cast it.
I can make our entrance slightly less noticeable by not being with you. I can make my way in on my own.
Likewise.
We go to another gate, so you don't have all of this.
As I motion around with my hand.
Then we will charm our friend here to get him to cooperate with our new friend here. Aye? The 9 will go with the Inquisitors. Bimbagi Reyes, you will depart your own ways.
I nod.
And I will keep close enough for the spell to work, but I'll sneak in my own as well.
If you come in as, oh goodness, what was that poor soul's name? Halbert?
Allure.
Ah, yes.
Allure.
Burnt to a crisp.
Halbert.
You could say that you work with Lidst, or you're one of our hirelings.
I am certain I'll be able to find my own way in.
Okay, whatever makes you happy. And I approach the gate.
Atheru is going to, so like right when we get up to the gate, Atheru is going to cast Charm Person and dip.
So you're gonna...
Don't you have to stay within 30 feet?
Yes.
So you just sort of go 30, like, behind them in line or something. Is
Yeah,
the plan?
yeah.
Okay. Not with them, but get in line.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you've, like, gagged List as you guys sort of get in line. You get a couple of weird looks from people as they're all just trying to, like, mind their own business, but you guys walk up and you guys cast a spell on him, get his shit in order because, like, he's got to do it right here at the right time. Go ahead and roll me a stealth to see if there's no, like, scene made, because otherwise List would start screaming bloody hell if you don't do it this particular way.
My plan is cast Charm and then be like, all right, friend, you're going to cooperate with us. We're going to need you to say you're doing this of your own free will. Now I'm going to take this gag off your mouth, and I'm going to hope you cooperate.
Does he get to resist?
Yes, he gets a save, right?
And then Atheru casts Charm, and then Atheru takes the gag off, and then Atheru hopes to God the spell worked.
What's your save?
I'm looking that up right now.
Yeah, what is it?
Probably not enough. 14.
Fuck.
Shit.
Yeah, even if I flash a genius, that ain't helping.
What was it? I didn't see.
20. Nat 20.
Man, fuck me and my spells. God damn it.
You take the gag off of him and he goes, help! Roll reflex if anybody to shut him the fuck up.
Immediately.
Me and Finnboggy are definitely not there.
Yeah,
at the
y'all have
time.
already separated to go inside. Which gate, while they rolled some dice, do you think you would take? Everybody else is entering from the south.
I would
this
enter
map.
from... Yes. On the map you have, is there an area marked for where the churches are?
1 second. Let me pull up the one that actually has the stuff that I erased so you can't see it. The churches...
Because I'm familiar with the city.
The church is actually close to the gate that they're entering in. That's the closest gate to them. The nearest one would be over... Yeah, it would be from the west.
I will... Yeah, the next nearest one is from the west. I would make my way to one of the more western gates. I'm going to take my extra arms. I'm going to fold them under my pack. And then I'm going to put my cloak on over my pack and my arms. And then hunch a bit more than normal to just make it look like I'm very hunched over.
Look at you. You're like one of them Transformers toys.
Yes, well, you learn to deceive.
Jay, take that line again as Transformatives toys.
Transformatives toys. Yeah. TM.
That's racist.
That's... No, that's sexist.
Can I, when he yells for help...
I knife him.
use
right in the guts.
thaumaturgy to make his voice 3 times as quiet.
Oh, very good.
Can you do that with thaumaturgy? Is that what, like, can you
I
read
mean, one of the
thaumaturgy?
things is
I mean, if you can
it
make one
says,
louder.
You
Assume.
manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. You create one of the following magical effects within range. One of them is your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. But can I just make his 3 times as quiet?
You got a story point?
No, not currently, I don't think.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think we
That sounds like a story
I
point.
used it in the last one to save 9. I slid. Remember, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
First
it was
of all, I
cool.
do need the dexterity save to see if you guys react fast enough to quiet him.
I rolled an 11 plus 3 to just bonk him.
I got a 17. I got an
Okay.
18 minus 1.
All right, so yeah, as Nine's large arm goes above his head to give him the Andre the Giant treatment, I will let you roll a spell attack to see if that spell will work. That's a wild use of it. I do love it. I'm gonna let it be an attack.
All right, 25. Not
I also got
25.
an 18.
That will
I
do
don't.
it.
Hold on. Is it a cleric spell or is it a?
It doesn't. I don't
Well,
think
I
it
have
matter
2
with
different
how
spell
high you roll.
attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna matter with how high you rolled.
All right, I think it's a 23 then.
I rolled an 18, and what Thero would like to do is just put that gag right back in his mouth like a bridle. Just
For a moment,
just
he's
nope
like,
him.
Hey, don't help me, you fucking... She's a traitor! She's a traitor!
and then he gets gagged again.
And then he gets gagged and bonked.
He gets gagged and bonked, all the above, and silenced. He doesn't even let out a huff. Everybody around you, though, because it is like tight quarters, everybody's waiting in line to get in the thing. You do see a few people just sort of look at you. One of the dudes, there's like this old man in a cart who just looks over at you all, and he gives you like a stern look, but as soon as you look at him, he's like, yeah, fuck them chosen.
It's a long night of drinking, you know? Doesn't know.
What a weird thing for a fucking Warforged to say. We're back in the city, buddy.
I just want to say, I imagine that in the cities in particular, there are particularly well-off bachelors whose parents purchase Warforges just to bring them home. I know
Sure.
Timmy ain't making it. You're the DD Warforged.
God, that'd be great.
I
Back
have
in
one
the,
at
yeah,
home.
that would have been fantastic.
What are you talking about?
All right. So plan A kind of failed due to a nat 20 roll, and I do apologize for that. Do you guys have a plan B?
Yeah, Deuteronomy.
I bounce. I'm out.
I tried.
I have
It's-
another
we're
idea.
back to-
I will give it a try.
All right.
Meanwhile, me and Finboggy sneak in the west gate. Everything's great.
Let's see if this works. I have to do it
Yeah.
right when we get up there.
Y'all essentially make it in, no problems. Hey, check your
Tried so
IDs.
hard.
You
I
and
got
Finboggy
so
have fake
far.
shit from forever
It
ago.
didn't even matter.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Really
bud.
good fake shit, too.
I never roll a nat 20, and it's only against you.
I know. It's okay.
I want to thank
It's
Mitch. I want to thank
frustrating,
Mitch for
but it's
being here to
okay.
help me have good rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, there Bales. There goes to the... He just continues his plan. The first part of his plan didn't work, but he continues the second part of his plan.
Infiltration.
Okay. Hear me out.
Infiltration,
Hear me out.
yeah.
What if I put 9.1 in his shirt, the back of his shirt, so he can like move his head and stuff. And then we tape his eyes open so he looks
Puppeteer.
conscious. We're going to Weekend at Bernie's this.
No, I have an idea. I just, such a
Alright.
pain in the
Alright.
ass.
Just saying, it's out there.
You guys didn't
I
knock
would-
List out, so he's just sort of mockingly staring at you now, like, what are you gonna do? Like, he knows.
As we get up, we're next in line. As we get up to next in line, I get up to the front. I present my holy symbol, and I channel divinity. Orders demand.
Oh, fuck.
What does that do?
Every creature that I can see or that can hear me, that can see or hear me within 30 feet, has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Okay. And that
It's a
does
wisdom
what?
save of 16, and they're charmed by me until the end of the next turn.
Okay, well, I got a 10, so I'm charmed.
Yeah, we just discussed that charm is different for just about everything. What does that charm do?
They're charmed by me until the end of the next turn or until charmed creature takes any damage. You can also cause any of the charmed creatures to drop what they're holding when they fail the saving throw. That's all it says. And I say something along the lines of, I must get in quickly. It is on the orders of Saint Dynek, and I just try to walk past.
All right.
On the orders of God himself? You didn't want to, I don't know, maybe throw your mom's name out there or something?
Hey, she's got the
On
power
the
of
orders
God
itself.
and anime on her side.
All right.
Exactly.
So, for the record, this is what charm does when you see the word. A charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature. It is not a command. Charm person allows you a little bit more leeway, but charmed as a generic, they're all
you positively.
better with you now. But
Yep.
he's still like your mortal enemy. That means you have advantage on manipulating him as your mortal enemy.
I am trying to manipulate the gate guards to
Everyone
let us in.
At the
Okay.
gate.
Got
That's
it.
why I did it at the front, and then
Okay.
also the people nearby that can see it also think of me favorably.
All right, so you drop this at the gate. What does it look like when you do it?
It's an intimidating presence. It's
Okay.
what it's. But I present my holy symbol. I have my papers in hand, and I'm like, I am busy. Let's go. I must take him
Yeah.
before it gets worse, kind of thing.
Nine, you're not sure what Evalina does, but something about her posture changes, and everybody around her starts to regard her. You watch the gate guard immediately click their heels and salute.
It's the riding crop.
We're gonna go with I'm tired of being in line. I want you to roll me a general intimidation check to bully your way without fully going through the process. You still have to present your papers. And they're
Add
gonna
4.
want. What is it you want to do in regards to List? Do you want them to
Roll it
ignore
at
his
advantage.
papers? Do you want him to what is it? What's your goal here?
I want them to not have to speak to him. It's like he is sick. He is going to get worse if I don't bring him to the healers at the Saint Dynek Temple right away.
But I mean, you can't just bring in a diseased person into the city. That's why we have gate guards.
I can do
What's
exactly
wrong with
what I
him?
need to do.
Go
I
ahead and
get
roll that
advantage,
intimidation
right?
check. Yeah, you do have advantage.
27.
Fuck you.
God damn.
I'm gonna put that on a button for every time Katie rolls high. For me and for Jay, just fuck you.
Yeah.
I got
Get a special dice made for it.
advantage. And
I didn't
have
even use
plus
Slash
8.
Genius yet.
You never need to. She hasn't rolled under a 20 in the entirety
I
that
know.
I've had her on
That's
the show
not
so
true.
far.
I rolled an 18
She
and it was
rolled
a
an
minus
18
1.
a couple of minutes ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
with her -1. The same thing I rolled with
No,
my
it was a
plus
17.
3.
I got a 17. I rolled an 18 and it was a 17.
You're not getting through without them seeing your paperwork, even though you are an Inquisitor. They do want to
I
see
did give
everything
my
there.
paperwork.
But when it comes to him, and you sort of bullying them, trying to get them through, do you claim him as just a person, or is he like a prisoner? What was the goal there?
He's just a person.
Just a person who's sick.
Yeah, it's to get them to not ask.
He's wearing Inquisitor garb, so it looks like I'm trying to save my comrade.
Okay. All right.
He's got rabies.
Okay.
Fuck, he's got rabies. It's a
He
killer.
has the rabies and scabies.
All right. You killed this check, so I
Scabies.
want it to work with you, but I need you to work with
Yeah.
me a little bit on why they
Yeah.
wouldn't still want his paperwork.
Oh, I don't mind giving them his paperwork. I just don't want them to take off the gag.
Okay. They still want his card. If you give him the paperwork, they let you through.
I give him. I go. Here is his card. But he is frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, in fact, one of the guards runs up and he's like, I'll help you get through the crowd. Come on, everybody out of the way! We got a sick man!
Yes, take me straight to the Temple of Saint Dynek.
Yeah, and you guys start running through. As you're running, Nine, the small cat just sort of hops out of the crowd and lands on your shoulder. Just climbs up you like a tree. And is wearing the red bow.
Hello? Okay, yeah, come on.
Insight.
I mean, roll it, I guess.
It's always good to be suspicious of a cat.
Yeah, no,
You
this is
should
fucking,
be suspicious of all
This
cats.
is so weird.
Yeah.
11 plus 4, 15.
It appears to be a cat. It appears to be a cat that wants to be with you.
Okay. Okay.
Am I too busy rushing to insight it as well?
You are ahead. You would have not seen the cat necessarily with everything you're doing.
I haven't seen the cat yet.
You'll have a moment to insight it in a sec.
Yeah,
but
when
yeah,
we-
as you guys get through the gates, you guys get a quick like wee wee as police escort from the watch to the Church of the Pantavra. Is that what I called it? I think I called it that.
I thought it was the high five.
It's the Empirical Church. That's what it's. That's the Empirical Church.
Give me a high five.
Yeah, so it's the church to the high five, but it is referred to as the Empirical Church. You know, Church of the Empire. As you guys come around the corner, and since you guys got in through easier, you guys are already, like, showing up there around the same time, even though you had a lot further to travel. You and Finboggy have been walking through the city of Bree, just sort of taking in the sights, and Finboggy's just sort of... you guys came in separately, but he caught up with you. And as you guys are moving through, you guys are walking around. You see this surplus of Chosen, these tieflings walking around. Not all of them are in Inquisitor gear, but you do catch a couple going about their day-to-day, like, business as Inquisitors. But otherwise, you see, like, kids. There's a lot of, like, kid tieflings running around. There's a lot of, like, there are store vendors who are tieflings. You realize that it's not just Inquisitors that are the Chosen. You see town criers giving out news. At one point, you see a man talking to another guy, like, on a street corner.
I take the news.
Yeah?
Yes.
You want the news? All right.
This is important. I established I don't know when we are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you take the news, and when you see the date on this flyer, it is marked as the... Okay, let me do some math, because you guys did just sleep. From Reyes' perspective, it's been 3 days since you shot Griddle. That's the official timeline. No time in the Feywild mattered. You are 3 days since that event. The fact that Griddle, that there was an attack in Santitas is in the news. And it looks like this is the follow-up to that event. Like somebody got some more information and put it in. No mention of Griddle's death. There's no mention, only a mention that a very important political meeting that was supposed to broker peace with Griffinport was disrupted by radicals.
All right. So, disrupted by radicals. No mention of his death. I've been a part of the Primacy and kind of a part of the secret Primacy for long enough that I can assume that I can make some certain assumptions, right? I could be like, oh yeah, of course they're not going to fucking say that this high up guy died, right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely not. You
that
get
would be
that.
insane.
Yeah.
Right. But I do know that means they are on the case.
Yes.
Right? Like they are.
Well, I mean,
they're ace on this.
Evalina and Liz showing up is kind of a sign of that as well.
Yeah. But I mean, like in the timeline.
Yeah.
I can be like, oh, by now they are really looking for us.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. No, it says investigation ongoing. They will be caught and
right.
and captured and questioned and killed
and hanged
Okay.
Twice.
So this is the question I have.
Over
hanged
sharks
twice
in lava.
So this is the question I have for you. Would I assume that they have sort of put any version of APB out for us, or is that still probably kept close to the vest because of what we actually did?
I'm glad you asked that, Jeff, because what I have done is I've made homebrew rules for heat.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this. I mean, Jay and I, not you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I am
I knew what you
introducing the
meant.
concept of heat into what you guys do going forward. And it might
We have
be that this
stars?
is the thing that sort of... Yes.
We have GTA
Essentially.
stars.
So yeah, I'm adding a new homebrew to the game. And it's called Heat. I'm kind of inspired by, Blades in the Dark. Whenever the party undertakes an act that would be incredibly criminal or lead to high-profile repercussions, you guys have to make a heat roll. The heat roll is made using a d20, and the player may make a case for adding a relevant skill to whatever you guys do. Like, I think I might make a heat roll for Evalina right now with what she did. I think will probably be the best way to handle how she got through everybody. If the heat DC is not met, an encounter with the authorities will be, if not immediate, then imminent. Should the encounter be decisively overcome, the heat DC will be reduced, but the next heat encounter will grow in difficulty. Does that make sense? Your stars will go up.
Right.
Every time heat is rolled, a number is added to the DC of future heat rolls regardless of the success of the roll. I am starting you guys out at a heat of 10. And it's only that low because no one would expect you to be in Bree in only 3 days.
Right. It's just impossible for us to have gotten here by that time.
If you were in Santitas, you'd have a DC 20 check for anything you did, but here in Bree, it's only 10. So anything you do that would draw attention to you, we're going to roll those checks from now on, and that's how we're going to handle it.
Right. Absolutely. So with all that being said, I can assume that they won't imagine I'm here, but there is people here that would be looking for someone that looks like me.
Yes.
Or Halor or any of us.
And Reyes understands that Bree in its nature is this sort of self-policed state. people are paid good money to rat on you. So it is always best to keep your head down in Bree no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
And on that note, somebody, as you're looking at the news, somebody next to you goes, "Hey, you want some drugs?"
I was gonna say, Reyes, arguably enough, people don't know what you look like with 4 arms. If you actually just, like, let that shit out, you would be more inconspicuous.
You're not wrong.
I mean, it would call attention, but it wouldn't be...
Not in that way.
Yeah.
But it calls attention to the wrong guy.
I suppose.
But here's the problem. There's one guy who knows exactly what I look like with 4 arms, and that's Sieko. And Sieko could easily disseminate that information.
I feel like we're really sidestepping the issue right now, and that is, hey, fish boy, you want some drugs?
I nod.
No. Finboggy's right there, right? Just please say something.
Hey, yeah, I know that they're for sale, but you do know that it is illegal to buy. By the way, the guy's yelling it in the street. Hey, do you want some drugs?
Is it illegal to buy or is it illegal to have?
Roll me a history check, because you might correct Finboggy here, because Finboggy hasn't been in town in a long time. Give you advantage on this, because I think that you would know it.
Fair. History is an intelligence-based thing, so I get to add 1 to it. 14.
Yeah, you can correct Finboggy. It's not illegal to buy drugs. It's illegal to buy more than you could use in a day.
I look at him and I go,
Not illegal to buy, as long as it's not excessive. 1 day's worth is legal.
and I
Man knows
look
his
over
drugs. Would you like to buy some drugs?
I nod.
You're right.
Somewhere 9 is shaking her head. Doesn't know why, but she is.
All right, you know your drugs. That's good. That's good. Hey, do you want some? I've got whizzes, poppers, bangers, fizzes, bleeders, leaders. I got the new stuff over from Port of St. Mar. Just came in on the boats. What are you into? Gangers, bangers.
Strong.
Sir.
I need to know if this is for my own headcanon. Are you into uppers or downers, bro?
Downers.
Yeah.
Downers, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
pain,
yeah.
so definitely downers.
Yeah.
I'm a victim of the opioid epidemic.
Strong. All right. Well, I can sell you this bag for 15 gold pieces.
I hand him 15 gold pieces. I take the bag and I walk off.
You fool, the bag's empty. It's just a bag.
Yeah. Would you roll any sort of insight with this deal, or are you too excited to have drugs? I'm going to give you the same question that I have given 9 in the past. Would you roll it?
Yeah, I would. I would be a little auspicious. This is the first time I've ever bought street drugs. So
Yeah.
but I would still. I would be excited to take it. But
This is the first time you've bought street drugs?
Yes.
yes, I was always
He
furnished
normally
with
gets
drugs.
it direct ship. He gets that Amazon. I feel like what Reyes is going to run into is going to be like Mitch opening the box of Legos in the car, like just excited for the Legos, not like questioning what's in the Lego box. Just I want to have the thing.
So I will roll an insight on him just to make sure, because he's just like this bag, and he didn't all the rest of the stuff. He was like whizzers, bangers, which I got a 17 on.
With a 17, you know that man just sold you way more than a day's worth of drugs.
Yeah, with a 17, I take it, I stash it quickly, and I walk the fuck away.
Good doing business with ya. And then you watch as he immediately turns and walks towards the nearest guard. And Finboggy goes,
I knew it.
"This is a con. We gotta go. We gotta go now."
I
Bonk him.
No.
Maybe the con is on.
I move, but I ditch everything but a day's worth. Just stash it, because it is not worth it to be high for more than a day. I can buy more, and I have plenty of gold. I do not give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
I just fucking...
do you run, or what are you doing? Because he walks over to your guard, and you just watch him talk to the guard, this guard,
Actually,
and then point
you know
your
what?
direction.
You know what? I'm smart. I'm not very smart, but I'm smart. You know what I do? I take the bag, and then I see him, and I'm a pretty quick dude, thanks to being a monk. I go back up to him, and I hand him the excess he sold me. And I go, too much. And then I walk away.
As you're standing there, you hear this guard go, "Oh, sorry, sir, I can't give you the 10 gold reward for narking on an excessive drug deal like you just tried. It does seem that there was just a mistake." And that fades away as you walk away.
Mm-hmm.
This Bree is a self-policed state.
Right, and I fully know that. That's why
There is
when he gave
money
me too much,
in narking and ratting people out.
Mhm.
You guys,
See, if Reyes was really smart, he would have thrown back a dose, then kept a dose, then given it back.
time wasn't in my favor for that.
you make your way
What did he sell me?
He gave you the strong stuff. It's lotus powder. Like it's locust powder. That's like
Yeah,
Is it
perfect?
the good shit.
Is it legit?
I do it immediately.
Is it legit? God, I hope it's not.
No, it's legit.
It's cut with cornstarch.
It's legit.
This shit's cut. How dare they?
Sorry.
Deep in the cut.
I take out my day's worth, which is 1 pack, I think, right?
Hey, Evalina,
Yes?
depending on if this is an interesting roll, go ahead and roll me a d20 heat roll. You can make a case for it being a skill check. Otherwise, it's a flat d20.
Who am I trying to not get heat from?
It's just heat in general. People will look into whatever you're doing, is kind of the vibe.
From your entrance. That's
Yeah.
what you're trying not to get heat from, is from your entrance.
Can I use my intimidation because I am dressed in Inquisitor's robes and am
Sure.
prominent in this city?
Sure.
Cool. Then it is a 19.
Hell yeah.
All right. 9 and Evalina. You guys are getting force marched through town by a cop. You're getting pushed through. As you guys travel, you see much the same stuff that he does, but this is a sort of nicer part of town. You don't see drug dealers. On the corner, they have a store front, actually. They call it the herbal shop. But you guys go through, and you do pass, as you're going down the street, you sort of can hear off in the distance the sound of a town crier promoting the king, and that they will be speaking soon to everyone to discuss the fact that they've raised taxes again. You hear that off in the distance, and you hear people like fucking swearing and cussing as you walk by. As you guys go through the town, you travel across these very sturdy cobblestone streets, and everywhere you see these vents that are like shooting steam out of them. It seems like that whatever is down below is very warm, which gives the air sort of this cloying, humid feel. And eventually you guys all meet up at the Empirical Church, a Gothic-style cathedral that is actually almost as tall as the castle itself, but the keep is up on a hill. Otherwise, it would win. And you are in front of this beautiful building, this testament to money and the gods, as you sort of reconvene.
Did you want to call it there?
Yeah, maybe. Unless somebody has something they want to say here.
I don't think I have any lines. I just did drugs. No lines.
He already did a line.
Hey Tavern Goers! Thanks again for listening to Torchlit Tavern. Today's tale featured Mitchell Travis as Atheru, Jeffrey Lisk as Reyes, Ryan Santos as Number 9, Katie Mischief as Evalina Chopin, and Jameson Oxford as the Dungeon Master. Check the show notes to find where you can follow us on social media, or email us with any of your most pressing questions at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can also find our entertainers on the streets of twitch.tv/torchlittavern, yelling obscenities at passersby. If you enjoyed our tale, you can tip your storytellers as you leave the tavern, which you can do via patreon.com/torchlittavern, or at ko-fi.com/torchlittavern. Every little bit helps, and those who tip well and often can find themselves privy to an extra story or two, jokes, or maybe even a bit of hidden lore. Our story continues to grow all the time, and though we have no designs on a vast empire, your help is always appreciated.
Our theme music for this campaign was designed by the bard, Brett Eagleston. Get his music at bredeagleston.bandcamp.com or find links for all his projects by following Bread Eagles on Twitter. This episode was edited and produced by Jameson Oxford and Ryan Santos. Other music and sound effects are provided by Epidemic Sound with help from freesound.org.
And if you should find yourself surrounded by eager ears and attentive listeners, remember to tell good stories.
Ara ara. Fucking Octung in the Discord just got the composers.
Yeah, I just saw that pop up.
Yeah, I also got
I'm
it.
so happy that happened to us live.
That's awesome.
I might have to leave that in the episode. Yeah, so